The Rabbit and Gina podcast.
So my son Jordan's come in. He's 18 years old. Something happened yesterday to him, and he was telling me I was laughing so hard. And then even when I went to bed last night, I started laughing, and Sav said, "What's that?" And I went, "Oh, just thinking about what happened to Jay." So I think the biggest thing here is, Jordan, is that it's real. This actually happened, right?
This actually happened. Can confirm. Was there.
Yesterday it happened. This is so funny. All right. Take us through what happened.
All right. So, probably early last week, I got a message from someone on my phone called Patrick. And I went to school with Patrick. The last time they messaged me was 4 years ago. But I didn't know which Patrick it was at first. Yeah. I know two Patricks. I both spoke to them a few years ago. One of them was a real close friend of mine. The other I've spoken to maybe 3 times ever.
Okay, so this is where the wheels start coming off. Okay. Like, around there, he's come out and told us, and we're just going, well, how do you know which Patrick it is, and how are you going to find out?
Yeah.
Me, I would send a text and go, I'm so sorry, mate. I've got 2 Patricks in my phone.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
But no.
Jordan wouldn't do that.
Too late. I've already responded to it. He said, "Hey, Jordan, how are you going? Do you want to come hang out sometime? Maybe play some games, get some coffee?" I said, "Sure, Patrick. That sounds like great fun. When are you thinking?" And at that point, I feel like it's too late to ask, "Who are you?"
So he tees it up. Not last night, Monday night, Sav tells me, so you know Jay's teed that thing up. He's going for brunch tomorrow with Patrick. I'm like, he figured out which one it is. She's like, no. He still doesn't know. All right, fast forward to you go along, you meet up at this cafe.
Yep. So it's at The Shed in Tuggerah, which is in Homeco. It's a nice little spot. They've got some good coffee there.
Sounds like someone got a free coffee. He's using this opportunity to run through some brands and stuff, get himself some deals.
Ignore that. And I arrived about 10 minutes early, and I got a message. He said he was going to be late, and I thought, all right, fine. I don't mind. I'll just keep waiting. And around 9:20, I see.
Can I just point out, sorry, the other thing was the night before, Sav and I were running through all these things with him as to what Patrick could want. Right, because
I haven't thought of that yet.
Yeah, no, Sav
That's
went.
what Mum was worrying about. Yeah.
She got so worried, She's like, listen, there's scams. There's all this stuff. We had a dude turn up, an old high school friend of mine from school turned up at our place one day. He was the cool surfy guy, and I was so excited he wanted to hang out with me. He tried to sell me Avon. I'm not even kidding. It was no. So Sav's just like, if he asks you for any money, we know what you're like. You're going to give him money. Don't.
Yeah.
Do not. She's going, do not sign anything.
Like
the whole thing, it's been years.
Yeah.
Since either of the Patricks, really.
Yeah, I was really close to one of them, but we haven't spoken in 2 or 3 years. I know.
So anyway, the whole thing for us is we can't wait till Jordan gets home so we can find out what was tried to be sold to him.
Yeah.
And which Patrick?
And which Patrick? And that was my first question when he got home. He gets out of his car and I go, which Patrick?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sitting there, you're waiting for him to arrive.
Yep. And around the corner comes Patrick B, I shall call him.
Okay, not Patrick A.
Not Patrick A.
It's Patrick B.
Patrick B.
And you're like, aha.
That's the one I wasn't friends with that I've spoken to maybe 3 times over.
So now this is really weird as well because he's clearly going to try and sell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's reaching out to everyone. Go on.
And he walks up and he's holding a chessboard, which doesn't look like he's trying to sell me something.
But you've waved to him, he saw you.
Yeah, I see him, I wave to him, he sees me, he waves back, he's still walking up, and so far everything seems pretty normal. I don't know why he's reached out, but he's got a chessboard. Maybe he wants to play chess.
Sure.
He's a prestigious chess player. He's very, very good.
But Jordan's good at chess as well.
No, I'm not.
Jay's good at chess. Well,
better than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better than me.
So then what? He comes up.
We sit down together. He starts setting up the chessboard. And I'm like, all right, you want to play a game? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's play. We start playing chess. And he says to me, just so you know, I'm meeting up with a friend here. So I might have to go at some point. And I was like, oh, okay, we're meeting up with someone else? Is someone else joining us? Is he going to ditch me? You invited me all the way out here. But I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And after about 10 minutes, we're playing our chess game. I thought I was doing all right. I didn't think I was. He says, hang on, I'm just going to go call my friend and see where he is. I'm like, yeah, no problem. He steps away from the table. He goes and walks away. I can still see him. He picks up his phone. And he rings me. No!
So for those who haven't picked up what's going on yet, he's reached out to the wrong Jordan. Now this, with these stories, you think that's the end. No, it's not, because there's a whole bunch of unpacking that happens after this.
So he's on the phone to me. He says, Jordan, where are you? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, I'm waiting for you at the shed. And I said, we've been playing chess for 10 minutes.
So it's that at that point that he realizes?
He turns around and I wave at him.
I wave at him. He's on the phone, still thinking he's talking to this other Jordan, who he plays chess with. So now let's backtrack, because there are a couple of other things that came out before we found this out. When he walked up, okay, so you're thinking, here he is, here's Patrick, who wants to hang out with me for some reason. What did he do?
I'm sitting at a table for two. I see Patrick walk in, and he comes and sits at the table next to me at a different table for two. And I think, that's weird. Maybe he wants to sit at that table. So I get up and I move over and I sit with him.
Here's what I kept doing all day, was just playing the scenario out from each of their brains.
Oh my God.
So Jay's sitting there, in walks Patrick, he waves, hey, Patrick from school, how's things, mate? You good? Yeah, good. Now Jordan's thinking, all right, we're going to play some chess, apparently. He's got a chessboard. And then Patrick sits at the table next to him. Jay's like, all right, well, I guess I'll move over there. So he goes, now let's run it from Patrick's side.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Jordan from school. How's things, mate? Great. I'll just sit down here and wait for my friend to turn up. Well, what's he doing sitting over at the table with me? How rude. That's probably why he felt he had to say to you, now I've got a friend turning up soon.
You are going to have to leave that seat.
My stomach hurts.
And this guy, Jay's going, oh, that's weird. He's invited another person along.
Can 3 people play chess? Is that weird?
So what happened then? Then the two of you both went, oh, okay, I see what's
He
happened.
starts to figure it out. He walks back to the table and he's like, I'm so confused. I don't get what's going on. And I'm like, no, it's all right. You've got the wrong Jordan. Jordan in your contacts and you've messaged the wrong one. He's like, at what point did I stop messaging the other Jordan and start messaging you? And I'm like, no, you've been messaging me from the start.
But then you confessed something to him as well.
And I said, I didn't know which Patrick you were.
You should have said, and brother, like, you're Patrick B.
The Rabbit and Gina podcast.
For the first time ever, I've just gone and asked permission to tell a story on the show.
You never ask permission. You get ask forgiveness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much easier. There were alarm bells going off in my head going, I wouldn't do that on the radio. And then the other little voice on my other shoulder, which is a lot louder, goes, it's funny!
Do it!
Do it! And then just don't make eye contact with anyone after 9 o'clock and just walk straight out the door. And no, this is really one that, well, boy, I'm close to the line on this one if I share it. And it's something that's in the news.
Really?
I'm just sharing the news.
Okay.
If this was in the news, she wouldn't get in trouble. Erin wouldn't get in any trouble. She said, I'm just doing the news. This is a story from the news. Guys, Loz, I'll bring you in as well because you have quite a weak stomach. So,
Has it got eyeballs in it?
Oh, please God, it better not. Seriously.
So what I'll say
Not
here
ready.
is, and I'll give you a little warning just before I play this bit of audio to you, in case you have a weak stomach, and it might make you feel a little unwell. How are you feeling today, Gina?
That's just between us.
Oh, is it? Oh, my God.
No, I'm fine. I think a leftover party from Friday night and too much food on Father's Day.
Not a tummy bug.
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit dodgy in the tum.
I hate that.
Then this story
This is a
is
bad day for you to tell this story. then.
poorly timed. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe. Okay, so, well, let's just say you had a bad tummy.
Yeah.
Let's run through the worst places you could be when you've got a bad tummy.
Well, not near a toilet.
Yeah.
On a plane.
Ding.
Oh, on a plane.
Oh.
On a plane without a toilet.
No. Just on the plane.
Oh.
I'd like to play you some audio from a pilot who's had to radio through to ground control. They've left Atlanta. They've got a flight over to, I think they're going to Bali. They're 2 hours into the flight, and he has to radio into the tower and turn the plane around. Have a listen to it. Here it is. This is playing the audio now of what the pilot has called in and said, we got to come back.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta.
What?
No.
Now we...
Through the airplane, not in the toilet.
Now, here's the
Everywhere.
thing. Yeah. When he said all through the airplane, I thought, oh, no, everyone's got it, which is a terrible scenario.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, it's,
One person.
yeah. Let's not go too far on this with what we're saying. But apparently when the plane banked, it was everywhere.
No. Imagine being a person on that plane.
I know.
How many people were on the plane?
You would be
That
gagging.
is terrible.
Yuck.
Oh my
How
God.
does that happen?
Yeah, how does that happen?
How does that happen?
Why didn't it go in his pants?
Well, it clearly did, and then it didn't.
Oh,
Yuck.
oh, can you? Because you know when you're on a plane, and even if someone vomits and you can smell it, this
Yes.
is next level.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
I hate body function.
Oh,
On a plane.
Yuck.
Now let me throw some more into this. I'm not going to be gross anymore. That's well, I mean, I don't know. You take it wherever you want in your own mind. But notice I said they were 2 hours into the flight. You don't instantly land.
oh, you got to go 2 hours back.
You got 2 hours of flying back. The whole plane is just.
That is
Question: would you rather be that person or someone else on the plane?
someone else.
Someone else. I feel
Yeah.
so bad for that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
They can't control it. And
Clearly.
now everyone knows.
Everyone, and by everyone, I mean the audio from the pilot has been posted online, and now it's a news story on Daily Mail.
Everyone knows it was them.
But it's fun to when you have a really good travel story, and you're like, someone brings up something. Oh, I was on a flight once, and
won't believe what
this
happened.
lady kept sneezing, and you go, hold my beer.
Yeah.
I was on this flight from Atlanta.
The Rabbit and Gina Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.